Hello, my friend. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we will do something special. We will practice English together using a fun and powerful method. It's called shadowing. Have you heard of it before? If not, don't worry. I'll show you how it works. Shadowing means you listen to someone speak in English, and then you repeat the same words right after them. You copy the way they talk. You copy their voice, their speed, and even their feeling. It's like you become their shadow. That's why it's called shadowing. This method is great. It helps you speak more clearly. It helps you understand English better. And it makes you feel more confident when you talk. So today, we will practice with a real story. This story is interesting. It's simple. And it's perfect for English learners like you. Now, take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. Focus your mind. Are you ready? Let's begin the story. Thir the Mez. This story is told by a young woman named Anna. She live, and one. Let's listen closely. After thee. My name is Anna. I am 22 years old. I live in a small town with my mom and my little brother. Life is simple. I work at a bookstore. I like my job. I love books. But one day, something strange happened. Something I didn't expect at all. That day started like any other. It was a rainy morning. The sky was dark and gray. I opened my eyes. I felt tired, but I got up. I picked up my phone. There was a message. It was from my best friend, Maya. It said, Anna, please come to the airport today. I need you. Sa 00 noon at Terminal 3. That was it. No more details. No explanation. Just a time, a place, and the words, I need you. I felt confused. Why the airport? Why today? Why now? I called Maya, but her phone was off. I called again. Still no answer. I looked at the time. It was 10. Meh. I had just 2 hours. So I got ready quickly. I put on jeans, a pink jacket, and took my umbrella. I told my mom, Mom, I need to go to the airport. Maya needs help. She looked worried. She said, Be careful, Anna. Then I left. I took the bus. It was raining hard. The bus was cold and crowded. I had to stand the whole way, outside the window. Everything looked gray. Rain on the glass. People in coats. And in the distance, airplanes. Finally, I reached the airport. It was big, loud, and busy. People were talking. People were walking fast. Everyone had suitcases. I felt small in that big place. I searched for Terminal 3. It took me 10 minutes to find it. But when I got there, Maya wasn't there. I looked around. I waited. 10 minutes. 15 minutes. 20 minutes. Still no Maya. I started to feel nervous. Something didn't feel right. Then I saw a girl. She was sitting near the window. She looked very sad. Her eyes were red. She had a suitcase. I walked slowly to her. I asked, Are you okay? She looked up and said, I missed my flight. I don't know what to do. I sat next to her. My name is Anna. I said, Can I help you? She nodded. My name is Sarah, she said. I came to the city to see my father, but I was late. Now the plane is gone. I gave her a bottle of water from my bag. We talked a little. Then she said, You're a kind person. Thank you. Just then, my phone rang. It was Maya. I picked up quickly. Maya, where are you? She sounded scared, she said. Anna, I'm at the airport, but not Terminal 3. I meant Terminal 2. Please come. I'm so scared. My heart jumped. What happened? I asked, but she didn't explain. She just said, please come fast. I said goodbye to Sarah and ran. I didn't know what was going on, but I knew one thing. My friend needed me. I ran through the airport. I passed shops, signs, and people in a hurry. My feet were wet. My hands were cold. But I didn't stop. I had one thought in my mind: find Maya. After 10 long minutes, I reached Terminal 2. I looked around. There were so many people. Some were sitting. Some were walking. Children were playing. Suitcases were rolling. Then I saw someone. It was Maya. She was sitting on the floor. Her head was down. She looked afraid. I shouted, Maya. She looked up quickly. When she saw me, she stood up and ran to me. We hugged tightly. She said, Anna, I didn't know who else to call. I'm so scared. I asked, what's wrong? What happened? Maya looked around, then whispered, I think someone is following me. I blinked. What? Who? She pointed toward the big glass windows. There was a man, she said, on the bus to the airport. He kept watching me. I listened carefully. Maya continued. When I got off the bus, he got off too. When I walked inside, he followed me. I tried to hide in the bathroom. Then I came here and sent you the message. I felt a chill in my body. I asked, are you sure? Maybe he was just going to the airport too. Maya shook her head. No, she said. I saw him again at the coffee shop near here. He didn't buy anything. He just stood and looked at me. I looked around. Is he still here? I asked. Maya slowly pointed across the hall. There, she whispered. I turned to look. A man was standing near the exit. He wore a black cap and a brown coat. He was holding a phone and looking at the screen. But something felt strange. He wasn't checking flight times. He wasn't calling anyone. He was just standing there, watching. My heart beat faster. I took a deep breath. I said, Maya, stay here. I will go talk to him. But just as I took one step forward, the man looked up. He saw us. Then he turned around and walked away, quickly. Maya and I didn't move. We just watched him disappear into the crowd. Maya looked at me and asked, do you believe me now? I nodded slowly. Yes, I do. We sat down together for a few minutes. We didn't speak. We just listened to the airport sounds. People talking, announcements in English and other languages, the rolling of suitcase wheels, the beeping of airport carts. Then I said, we need to tell someone. We can't just sit here. Maya asked, who do we tell? I stood up. Let's go to the help desk. We'll talk to the airport. Maya followed me. We walked to a desk with a blue sign, Airport Assistant Security. A woman at the desk smiled. How can I help you? She asked. I spoke slowly and clearly. Hi. My friend thinks someone is following her. We saw the man. He was near Terminal 2, but now he's gone. The woman became serious. She picked up a phone and made a call. Then she said, don't worry. Please sit down. The airport police will come and speak with you. Maya and I sat down again. A few minutes later, 2 officers came. One was a tall man with a kind face. The other was a woman with short hair and a notebook. They asked simple questions. What does the man look like? When did you first see him? Did he speak to you? Do you know who he is? We told them everything. The officers listened carefully. Then the tall officer said, "Thank you. We will check the security cameras. You are safe now. Please don't worry." Maya looked at me and gave a small smile. She said, "Thank you for coming. I feel better now." I smiled back. "Next time, tell me the right terminal," I said. We both laughed a little, but the fear was still there. Quiet. In the back of our minds, we sat in silence again. Maya looked tired. Her eyes were still full of fear. I looked at her and said, "Let's go home now. But we have to be careful." Maya nodded. We stood up and walked outside. The rain was still falling. I opened my umbrella. We found a taxi. As we sat in the back seat, I looked out the window, and then my eyes stopped. I saw someone. It was him, the man in the black cap and brown coat. He was standing under a tree near the taxi area. He was watching us. My voice was quiet. "Maya," I whispered. "He's still here." He saw us leave. Maya turned and looked. She saw him too. Her eyes grew wide with fear. "Do you think he will follow us?" she asked. I didn't know the answer, but I had an idea. I sat still in the taxi. My heart was beating fast. Outside the window, the man was still there, standing, staring, not moving. I whispered, "We can't go home." "Not now," Maya asked. "Then where do we go?" I looked at the driver. "Excuse me, sir," I said. "Can you take us to the city mall instead?" The driver nodded. "Sure," he said. He started the engine. The taxi moved forward. Raindrops hit the windows. The airport slowly disappeared behind us. But I kept looking back. I looked through the rear window, and then I saw it. A black car pulled out from the side of the road. It was following us. My body felt cold. "Maya," I said. "That car. It's behind us." Maya turned and looked. It was the same car. The same man was driving it. Maya gasped. "Why is he doing this? I don't even know him." I shook my head. "I don't know. But we have to stay calm. We're going to a public place. We'll be okay." The driver looked into his mirror. He saw the black car too. He asked, "Do you want me to call the police?" I said, "No, not yet. Just take us to the mall. There are people there. Security. Cameras." The driver nodded again. 20 minutes later, we arrived at the mall. It was a big place. Bright lights. Many shops. Lots of people. I paid the driver. Maya and I got out quickly. I looked back. The black car was there, parked near the entrance. The man stepped out, still wearing the black cap, still wearing the brown coat, and now he was walking toward us. I grabbed Maya's hand. "Come on," I said. "Let's go inside." "Keep walking. Don't stop." We entered the mall. The warm air touched our faces. It felt safer, but not completely. We walked fast. First into a shoe store, then a clothing store, then a bookstore. Maya looked around. "He's still coming?" she said. I saw him too. He didn't speak. He didn't run. He just followed, quietly, like a shadow. I said, "We need help. Now." We looked around. Then we saw a security guard. He was wearing a blue uniform. He stood near the information desk. I ran to him. "Sir, please help us," I said. "A man is following us since the airport. He's here now." The guard became serious. "Can you show me who?" he asked. I turned and pointed. "That man," I said. "The one in the black cap and brown coat." The guard nodded. "Stay here," he said. He walked straight to the man. Maya and I watched. Our hands were shaking. The guard spoke to the man. We couldn't hear the words, but we saw the man's face. He looked surprised. Then he pointed at Maya. The guard turned back to us and said, "He says he's your brother. Is that true?" Maya stepped back in shock. "What? No." "He's lying," she shouted. The guard looked more serious now. He turned to the man and said, "Sir, I need you to come with me." The man's face changed. He looked nervous. Suddenly, he turned and tried to run, but 2 more guards came. They stopped him quickly. He couldn't get away. People in the mall started watching. Some were filming with their phones. The guards held the man. One of them called the police. Maya and I stood near the wall. We felt frozen. A few minutes later, the police arrived. 2 officers, 1 man, 1 woman. They asked questions. They talked to the guards. They talked to us, and they talked to the man. I could hear my own heartbeat. The officer said, "Please come with us to the security office. We need to ask a few more questions." We followed them. We were scared, but we were also starting to feel safer. Anna and Maya sat quietly in the security office. The rain outside had stopped, but inside, their hearts were still racing. The room was small but clean. There was a table, 4 chairs, and a computer. 1 police officer sat in front of them. Another stood near the door. "The man in the black cap was in another room now." The guards had taken him there. Anna looked at Maya. Maya looked tired. She had dark circles under her eyes. She was still shaking a little. Anna held her hand. "It's okay," she whispered. "You're safe now." The officer sitting with them spoke gently. "We need to ask you some more questions," he said, "just to understand what happened." Anna and Maya nodded. The officer asked, "When did you first see the man?" Maya replied, "On the bus to the airport this morning." "Did he talk to you?" the officer asked. "No," Maya said. "He didn't say anything, but he kept looking at me, and then he followed me inside the airport. I was scared, so I called Anna." Anna added, "When I saw him at the airport, he didn't do anything, but when he saw us together, he walked away." The officer wrote notes in a small notebook. "Thank you," he said. "You did the right thing by telling someone." Then the door opened. The second officer walked in. He held a phone in his hand. "We checked the man's phone," he said. "There are some things you should know." Anna and Maya leaned forward. The officer spoke slowly. "He has photos of Maya on the bus, at the airport, at the coffee shop." Maya gasped. Anna covered her mouth in shock. The officer continued, "He also has your name and address, and he had a map with directions to your house." Maya froze. She whispered, "But how did he know that?" The officer looked serious. "We think he was following you for some time," Anna asked. "Who is he? What does he want?" The officer replied, "We are still checking, but we found something else. He has a badge. It says he's a private detective." Maya's face turned pale. "A private detective?" she repeated. The officer nodded. "Yes, someone paid him to follow you." Anna looked at Maya. Maya looked down. She whispered something. "No, it can't be him." Anna leaned closer. Who? Maya. Do you know who it might be? Maya didn't answer right away. She took a deep breath. Then she said, My ex-boyfriend. I broke up with him last month. Anna's eyes widened. What? Why would he do this? Maya replied. He was angry. He didn't want to let go. He kept calling me. I blocked his number. Then he sent emails. I didn't answer. The officer nodded slowly. This helps us understand. Thank you for telling us. He stood up. We will contact him and ask questions. If he hired the man, we will take action. Maya asked, Will the man go to jail? The officer said, Maybe. First, we need to complete the investigation. But you are safe now. He won't follow you anymore. Another officer walked in. He said, We also checked the mall cameras. You were right. He followed you step by step. Maya covered her face. I was so scared, she said. Anna hugged her gently. It's okay now. You were brave. The officers gave Maya some papers to sign. They told her to call them if anything happened again. After that, the two girls left the security office. They stepped outside. The rain had stopped. The sky was clearing. The air smelled fresh. It was quiet. The city lights began to glow. They found a taxi and got in. As they sat in the back seat, Maya looked at Anna. She smiled a real smile this time. Thank you, she said. Really, thank you for coming. Anna smiled back. You don't have to thank me, she said. You're my friend. Maya leaned her head on Anna's shoulder. They didn't speak for a while. They just watched the city lights outside the window. For now, they were safe. Together, the taxi drove through the city. The rain had stopped, and the roads shined under the street lights. Inside the car, Anna and Maya were silent, but their hearts were still beating fast. Maya looked out the window. She whispered, I can't believe this happened. I was so scared. Anna held her hand. You're safe now, she said softly. No one can hurt you when we're together. Maya gave a small smile. Thank you. Anna, if you hadn't come, I don't know what would have happened. Anna smiled back. That's what friends are for. We stand together, no matter what. The taxi passed tall buildings, glowing shops, and quiet streets. The world looked calm again. It felt like the storm was finally over. Maya leaned her head on Anna's shoulder. For the first time that day, she felt safe. She felt that everything was going to be okay. Anna looked out at the night sky. She thought about the man, the airport, and everything that had happened. But then she closed her eyes and took a deep breath. The danger was gone. The fear was fading. All that mattered now was that they were together and safe. The taxi stopped in front of Maya's house. They both got out. The air smelled fresh after the rain. They stood there for a moment, looking at each other. Promise me one thing, Anna said. Next time, don't face things alone. Call me sooner. Maya laughed softly. I promise. They hugged tightly under the quiet night sky. And in that moment, they knew, no matter what dangers might come, true friendship would always be their safe place.